welcome back. Welcome back. It is your boy, Book Erban, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Urban Topic, where we progress your conscience forward with powerful conversation. And this episode, I'm so excited to be back in my hometown of Greenwood, South Carolina, and with a couple of lifelong friends that we grew up with, man, that's doing something positive in our community and just being a beacon and a lighthouse of hope for the youth and the young generation that we have nowadays. So I want to welcome Miss Oceanna Boyd and Miss Brittany Turner. They are some of the organizers and just the head lead founders of the Black Diamonds Step Team Youth Organization here in Greenwood, South Carolina. So, ladies, how's it going today? How y'all feeling, man? It's a beautiful Saturday. Y'all been putting in work early with the kids, with the ladies. So, how's it going?
It's been a beautiful day. Beautiful day.
Okay.
Practice today is it's always a good day.
Yeah. And I see y'all been working on a lot of performance and stuff like that right now. So like y'all working on several routines. Like what y'all got in the works as far as like performances? What y'all preparing for?
Right now we're preparing for the parade, which is on the 2nd, I think.
December 2nd.
Yeah, this is what we're working towards. This will be the first parade or the first performance. That'll be our first time kind of introducing ourselves back to Greenwood. The step has been going for a long time. So that'll be the first kind of like let them know, okay, we back. We got stepping again. So.
Yeah, which is why when I first seen, months back, like I do my research and then with Urban Topic, with the podcast, that we created, Urban Media Production created, it's just an outlet for our communities, for our people to come on and share their journeys and their stories, and just for people to be inspired, motivated, and also to be informed about what's going on, like really in the community, seriously.
Yeah.
Nothing that's fabricated, you know what I mean? And so, like, just to go off a little bit what you said, Ms. Turner, like, stepping been going for a while, and I know when we growing up, it was like a critical thing. Like it was pivotal. Like step team that was popular. It was popping.
It wasn't no entertainment.
So I just know like
right. It was a big deal back then. It was
serious.
If you was on the step team, you getting it.
Yeah,
you doing it back then.
Yeah. And so I know. I guess when we graduated high school, around the late 2000s, all those graduated around that time. They kind of died out. Just to start right there real quick, I guess like what do you think caused that? Just like the decline in the popularity of just having step teams.
I'm going to say after I graduated, we actually kept going. Okay. So we still had our community team going. So we had I think maybe 2, maybe 3 years of just stepping after the fact. So I just think what happened is it was taken out of the schools. It wasn't as important no more. Like we used to be classified with sports, like it was stepping, basketball, that was a thing, but it was like after we got older, it kind of didn't become a thing.
So, down. Yeah, so it used to be a priority, you know what I mean? It was held at the same house regardless of other like popular sports organization that we have in schools, and then
cheerleading and all right up there,
dance team and everything.
Yeah.
It just went away just all of a sudden. That's crazy. So I guess we're gonna take them back. We're gonna take them back, Miss Boyd, Miss Turner. We're gonna start with you, Miss Boyd. Just describe where you from. We know everybody. We from Greenwood. It's our hometown. That's where we at now. But just describe where you from and a little bit about your upbringing, just to put it in perspective of who you are.
I'm from Greenwood, South Carolina. I started stepping in 6th grade, maybe. Yeah, 6th grade. My mom took over the step team. She became the coach. And my upbringing I had a beautiful upbringing. My mom was very in my life. She was my coach, my mentor, just like my best friend. So when my mom took over as being the coach, it kind of just stayed with me. Everything I learned from her, I just took that from my upbringing. I took it into step.
Yeah.
It's been in me.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Sure.
Now, what about you, Miss Turner? Just give people a little insight and a little perspective about where you from and who you are.
Same thing from Greenwood, South Carolina. I kind of started stepping when I was in the 5th grade. We just was doing it for fun, at that time. Oceanna's a little older than me, so she was kind of further ahead. At that time, I knew about the Brewer step team because that was middle school I was on for. So I knew, like, I'm going to try out and see, if I can get in.
Yeah.
And I remember coming to Brewer in my 6th grade, and at that time, 6th graders couldn't step. But Miss Boyd let me step.
Okay, you must have been good.
I was able to, I wanted to go in there, I wanted to go to work. Because I danced a lot, and it made a difference for me.
Okay.
It gave me something to do. I was a shy kid. A lot of people didn't know that about me because if you knew me, I wasn't shy.
Yeah.
But that's because I was comfortable with you.
Yeah.
But in reality, I was a shy kid. So stepping really gave me a safe place. My mama was like the same thing on this board. She was involved in everything I did. She pushed me to work in everything I did. So stepping was a big part of me from age 10 all the way up to I graduated high school.
Wow. Okay, so just you guys always had that love for stepping out. And the next question we're gonna lead into just like, so when did you guys actually find the love for stepping out? I know you said it started with you in the 6th grade, Miss Boyd, and then it also started with you in the 6th grade, even though you weren't supposed to be on the team. So that's gas. That's great. That's gas. So I know that you said that your mother started the step team back in the day when when you was in middle school, junior high school. Like, just describe having the importance or the value of having that type of tutelage and that type of structure in your life when your actual coach is also your mother. And then, any bad sides of that you might have as a kid as well, though. Be honest.
When it comes to that, my mom, with her being not only my coach and my mom, it was rough. Because my mom would take the same way that she was on us at practice was the same way she was on us at home, on me at home. So it's just, I took just the hard work and being persistent and being dedicated to whatever it is that you're trying to do. It's just that's always been stuck with me. I've always been that way. My mom being my coach, and my mom was hard on a kid like me. I've always had been loud anyway, but my mom just, that's my girl. I'm sorry. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? We know how it is. A lot of athletes, let's say professional athletes today or anytime, that's been great or that's a legend in the game nowadays. Like their parents, pretty much they start as their first coach, and so you picking up, you trailblazing, picking up where she left off, and that's an awesome thing for our community and then for these kids. Man. You know what I mean? So I guess Black Diamond Step Team, that's like a dope name, man. Black Diamond for one is just so unique and it's so rare. How did y'all come up with that concept for that team name?
It's weird because I had just been sitting around just thinking like there's nothing for these kids to do in Greenwood, nothing. So I was just sitting around and I said, I'm gonna start the step team back up, and I immediately had to figure out who was going to be my coaches. Okay. So of course, I had to get my girl. Yeah. Because me and her go back, and I know what she's capable of doing. So I picked my coaches. I knew what I was doing. We sat around at my mom's house at the table. We was like, what is we gonna name our team? We don't have a name. We don't have a color. We don't have anything. So we sat around, and it's just, we was like, we young Black women, Black Diamond. Pressure makes diamond. Yeah. We're like a diamond mine. Yeah. So that's what we came. We just came to us.
That's dope. You say pressure make diamonds. And so
I want to add to it too.
Oh, go ahead. I'm
gonna add to what she's saying, because it was funny how we kind of came up with the name, and then it evolved. Originally, it did start exactly how Oceanna just said. Then it ended up evolving because we said, okay, Black diamonds are rare. Basically, what you described in your opening, as far as this question, is exactly why it's unique, it's rare. It's not something you see all the time, but it does exist. You know what I mean? In reality, so we wanted to be able to also put that in the title so that other people, other young women could come in from other ethnicities and still be a part of it. So yeah, it definitely evolved over time. So we were glad that we were able to do that. And that kind of came from Miss Boyd. She kind of put that perspective because like Oceanna said, we sitting around just trying to make up the name. We like, yeah, that's it. It's something for us. We got it. Miss Boyd kind of taught us, with her being older and wiser, she kind of gave us a little insight on, okay, well, let's kind of evolve it into, something that could be even bigger.
Yeah, exactly. Something that's a little bit more unified.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good to have your mom still, like you say, you trailblazing, but it's still just, it seems like it's just a great resource to have your mom still available for you to just see some of the things that you can't see because based off her experience.
Absolutely.
And then just real quick, I want to touch on this because we did have a life experience today. But you said one of the main reasons that y'all want to come up with this organization for these young ladies and just young people in our area here in Greenwood, in upstate South Carolina, that it just ain't really much to do around here. Greenwood is a very rural town. It ain't much to do for the kids. There's a lot of restaurants, but it ain't really much. It's not much of an outlet, a positive outlet. You know what I'm saying? You got to really go out to go find something. You know what I mean? Right. To different cities and different locations. And then I know, like, as we was out here practicing, we had a horrible experience today, y'all, because we was practicing on somebody else's property, right? Mm-hmm. And the guy showed up and he started talking trash and using profane language in front of y'all just about his property and his business. Of course, we get it, but in front of the kids.
Mhm.
Right.
Like, explain like how y'all deal with it, because you said pressure makes diamonds. Explain the type of pressure that you have to go through in order to create this organization and dealing with stuff like that, just based on where you're from at times. You know what I mean?
I just feel like, because of course we are a team of predominantly black children, and so we just want them to feel safe, and I feel like that experience for them was new. Some of them they've never been in that type of situation.
Yeah.
So I just want them, to understand that y'all are equal, y'all are the same, nobody's different. It's just I'm still upset about it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it's just not good.
And what did you think can change situations like that in the future, Ms. Turner? What you think, just on the other side, on the upside, on just of a negative experience like that?
I think I'm a big person of the truth.
Yeah.
So the reality for me when it comes to the reason I'm kind of stumbling because it's a serious topic and I don't want to misstep, but for me, with my children, when I talk to them, I tell them the truth. I tell them how the world is. I tell them that because they were born a certain code, that they're automatically viewed as threat by certain types of people. Those people are unfortunate. Those people have a lack of education that has nothing to do with my children or these children. So I think telling the truth and explaining to them that this is unfortunately the way society will be and this is the way the world will work, and more so telling them that this is what it is and then teaching them how to move through it.
Yeah.
How to react to it, how to respond to it, how to educate themselves about it as they get older. I think it's the best way I think we should handle this type of thing moving forward. And it does make you angry. It does make you, want to handle things a different kind of way. Yeah. But at some point we have to, when you grow up, you get a lot older, you kind of have to make decisions and kind of make your choices go in a way where, especially when you're in front of an organization of children, to where nobody's affected on your end negatively. Yeah. If that makes the most sense.
And done.
So it's kind of more so how I feel about it. Like I said, we're going to have a conversation with them today before they leave here regarding what they witnessed today.
Yeah. And again, it was just a horrible experience, man. And a lot of the times, it ain't what you do. Well, I'm sorry, it ain't what you do at times. It may be how you do, and it ain't what you say, but how you say it. And the way that the situation was handled by the gentleman across the street, even though he may own the property or the business that you guys were practicing in, you just out here just trying to prepare for the parade. You bringing more attraction to his facility, and he could have came to you a different way and actually spoke to you with more professional and more, just more respectful manner. Like as he went, and then he shouldn't have did nothing like that. I feel like, in my opinion, I know we going off a little bit in front of the kids. Pull an adult to the side first and just have a conversation if it's really an issue.
And his wife
put on the show.
I was telling Oceanna, his wife has been out there while we practiced multiple times. And complimented us. I've been out there with them multiple times. She's complimented, they're doing such a good job. I'm so happy to see what you guys are doing. So to see her in the vehicle with them, and she didn't, say anything or try to defend or say, well, hey, anything at all, and kind of allowed him to drive his vehicle just a few feet away from children. Yeah. I think it's something that definitely, like I said, need to be addressed. And I think it was heavily disrespectful. Yeah, definitely. All right, so we're gonna switch gears, man. It's on some of the negative sides that you have to go through when you're dealing with organization and dealing with people in the community where we're from. Since starting just the Black Diamond Step team, like, what strategies do both of you coaches use to motivate these young women, well, just these young people, like, and just in order to get them to perform at a high level?
The strategies that we use. I guess just like staying on top of them, pushing punctuality. We push a lot of values on our kids. Like, our main goal is to prepare our future generation. That's our whole goal. So we push the leadership qualities. We push them being respectful. We always tell them respect starts here in the community, at school, at home. We push their time management. We always on them about procrastinating. Like, everything we do is just us trying to help their parents mold them. Because we were molded. Yeah. Like, my mom, it's a lot of girls that have went through my mom's step team that have become lawyers, doctors, engineers. They big names. They doing something for themselves. So it's like, that's our main goal, is just to mold our kids, man. Yeah. These are our babies. So They are babies when they're not at home with their parents. So.
You feel the same way, Miss Turner?
Yeah, I can definitely agree. I think for me, some of the strategies I use, again, I'm a big truth person. I'm a very big, I'm big on honesty. And so Sheena's the same way when it comes to the team. So I think us just kind of reminding them that stepping isn't one of those performance type sports. I mean, when I say performance, I'm talking about like A for effort. Like no, like you have to be able to do the work. If you can't, it's one of those things. If you can't step, it's hard for you to be on the step team. You can't play basketball, it's hard for you to be on the basketball team. It's one of those things that you have to be able to do. So I'm very honest. I tell them if we make something up and we teach it to y'all, we're gonna give y'all to a certain time to learn it. If you don't learn it that time, we'll give you the next time. We do something different. Like they have to earn their spots, they have to work hard, they have to want it. But I'm personal. Like Oceanna tell you, they'll see me randomly walk up to somebody. I'm this close to them. And I'm just telling them whatever. If you're moving too slow, you move too slow. I'm not gonna tell you again. That's kind of how I am. I'm kind of more so. I'm not as far as from me. Oceanna loud. That's just who she is. Both loud. This is how they maneuver.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit different. And so I know one time the coaches, one of the kids told the coaches I was a nice coach. So I laughed at that. But then I think maybe a couple practices later, they were not practicing in a way that we knew they could practice. They were not being loud. They were being lazy. And then the other side of me kind of came out, the more firm, and everybody was like, Coach Brittany, she's like, you really like, it kind of shocked them. But I kind of mouse around a little bit. I'm quieter when I do things. But I think just like she said, pushing them, making them want to do the work. Congratulating them when they are doing it right. They may have 3-4 bad practices. They get their 5th practice right, we're gonna congratulate them, So I think being positive, but also being truthful, is what's important.
Man, that's dope. And then just like you say, like with you guys' organization and the things that y'all using and some of the strategies, it's building great moral values for them to, when stepping long past out the window, they great human beings when they're adults. And then on top of that, it's a skill set. This ain't just something you come out here and play with. Like you really gonna have to learn to do this the right way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's on you how it's gonna look, how the end result gonna look.
And it can be learned. We had some girls who just really couldn't. I mean, we didn't know what. They just didn't know. They were struggling at the beginning, and now they have went and worked. I'm talking about work, and now they able to do the things, kind of earn their spots back. Because a couple of them was like, we're not gonna be able to do this part. We're gonna, wait till next semester. They went home and worked. And they earned their spot back. They wanted to. Something made them say, okay, I want to do this. I want to get my spot back. So that's what we're here for.
Nah, they know. And then and just tag along one more time, like. It just builds accountability. You know what I mean? Which is a great quality for leadership as an adult, as a human being anyway as well. You know what I mean? So I wanted you to speak on some of the benefits, but you kind of touched on it a little bit, Miss Boyd. Like some of the past, I guess, steps that was on your mom's team, y'all they done grown on to be lawyers, organization heads. They done grown on to be in the military or just business professionals. Like what are some of the benefits that you feel like comes from being on a step team or one organization is the one that you guys have created?
Discipline as an adult. A lot of times I catch myself treating my team the same as my mom used to do us. And I think Brittany would agree. We all kind of implement the same things that we had to endure with them. Yeah. So it's like the benefits are like, once it comes to them getting jobs, they'll know discipline, punctuality. They'll know how to go to a job and be leaders at their job. It's just, those are the benefits. It's just what you learn here, they're able to take it far in life. Teamwork, dedication to something. Putting something first and a priority. Because we always tell them that if you're going to be on this team is your priority. Yeah. So as life goes along, you're going to learn that something that I put my mind to, that's my priority. It's always got to be first.
Yeah, responsibility. Yeah. Okay, so we spoke on, I guess, a negative experience that we actually all had to endure and witness today. But what has been some of the challenges that, either you or both of you ladies have faced when it comes to just creating and starting this organization, the Black Diamond Step Team?
I don't know a location.
Oh, wait.
We didn't have no practice. We just started off a hunch. Like we had zero. We started from the ground. Like this has really come a long way since our first practice was the Wednesday after Labor Day. So this has only been a couple of months starting.
Okay.
So that's one of the challenges we faced. We didn't even think we was gonna have this many kids.
Y'all doing
Right.
We only thought we might have had maybe.
Yeah.
10.
I didn't want to cut y'all, man, boy, but like when I came in, you know, I didn't think it was. I thought y'all might have had maybe 15 or 20. It was like y'all about 40, 45 kids, 45 little girls out there.
It's about almost 30 of them.
About 30. Almost 30. So I was like, wow, okay, then y'all doing it for real. I don't know smoke.
And it's been like when that's something we can say. Like when we started, we did the meet and greet and everything. Like our first practice, like we started with probably 20 at least. I mean, it started, with a lot of kids, or a good group of kids.
And it's only gonna get bigger because, like we said, we're showcasing for the parade, so we know it's only gonna get bigger.
Yeah.
So we know we got another challenge. We got to find another space.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be big enough to hold our kids. So.
Yeah. Well, any other challenge that you can think of other than finding a location and just trying to organize everything?
I think for me, probably because my daughter's there.
Okay.
So that probably is my biggest challenge because it can and cannot be a challenge. Sometimes it is, sometimes not. Because Z is non-stop. So the original challenge was I wanted her to do it, but I didn't know if she was going to want to do it and if she was going to enjoy it. And of course, I'm not going to force her to do things she don't want to do. But I do in the back of my head, like any parent, oh my gosh, she's doing something I did when I was a kid. So I was so hoping, but she fell in love with it. She loves it. But now the other side is she tear my floor up at home. In the shower and everywhere, So it ain't no big challenge. But that was the thing, that I focused on the most coming into this is kind of keeping myself in it, because I think we do that as parents sometimes. We push stuff on our kids, not really thinking about what they want. You know what I mean? So I think I had to spend a lot of time making sure I didn't over push her, but making sure I didn't under push her. You know what I mean? So that was a challenge for me. Just as far as the organization, I don't really have any big issues. We all work together. I got a good team of coaches. We're building a sisterhood. We're trying to get the girls to build a sisterhood. That's another benefit, becoming a team, knowing each other outside of different schools. So it really wasn't a whole lot of stuff. Everybody kind of worked together and we kind of made it happen. I think.
And just one more thing, like touching on the challenges, is you have a room full of females.
Yeah.
You got a room full of girls.
Yeah.
Your coaches is girls. We are all women. So it's like a bunch of different attitudes.
Okay.
The challenge was having to learn each individual kid, how this kid is, and you can't say this kid because this kid not gonna take that in.
Respond.
So it's like that was the challenge, but I think we kind of.
Yeah.
I think I'm adding one more thing. Working with parents, and I'm gonna say not that we haven't had any issues with any of the parents, but I mean coming into this because of the way the world is now. We was in school, we was stepping. Miss Boyd didn't have to worry about if she could tell me something and my mama would get mad or not. They won't be on the same page. That's just how it was back then. Now, you kind of have to tread a certain way. You have to make sure you're upfront and you're communicating with the parents, because a lot of times, some parents, you can't say stuff to their kids, you can't discipline them, you can't, and thankfully we haven't had that experience. But that was a thought, I think, that was in my head at the beginning, because we deal with these new generation type.
Even for anybody else, they may be interested in creating their own organization, just based being inspired off of y'all. You know what I mean? So that's great. That's a great point.
Yeah.
All right. So the next question is for both of y'all. Y'all can, whoever want to answer it first, and this is about balance, because y'all wearing different hats. I see you got your hat on today, Miss Boyd. How do y'all balance that? I gotta mess with Sheena, y'all, my people, man. But how do you balance just being a mother, a full-time employee, or a worker outside this organization, an organization lead? Like, just speak about that, just for people who's interested in creating their own step organization or just their own thing, regardless whether it be business or nonprofit organization or what. Like, how do y'all balance those hats, man?
I would say being a mother, of course, that comes first.
Yeah.
But in reality, I know my job is gonna be here, so my step team is a priority.
Okay.
This is a priority for me. I'm here every Saturday. I don't come on Wednesdays because I work, but every Saturday I give up every Saturday for my kids. I am dedicated to my team. So it's like it's hard to balance it, because you a mother, you a full-time worker, you gotta go home, you gotta cook, you gotta clean, you gotta wash, you gotta get up, you gotta go to practice on Saturday. You can't sleep in because you got practice. So it's like it's hard to balance it, but at the end of the day, it's like the reward it's so worth it.
Undeniable.
It's undeniable.
Absolutely.
What you be attorney?
For me, I think the reason I'm able to balance things the way I do, with working full time and having the kids and doing the step team. Again, I got to give it to them. I'm gonna say because we have a great group of coaches. We work together. We are always communicating, as well as Miss Boyd. And I think that's what makes the difference. For me, it makes a big difference for me because it's a lot of stuff I can't do. It allows you to delegate tasks. Everybody have a certain task. You know what I mean? Everybody, Coach Oceanna may be working on something, Coach Tatiana may be working on something, I might be. So it kind of gives you room to not feel overwhelmed. And because we're creating a safe space amongst each other, if somebody is overwhelmed or forgot something, we can say that and not be like, oh, they're going to talk about me for not all. They're going to judge me. You know what I mean? You can say that. And I'm saying that because that's rare. In today's time, it's rare as adults and as women to be able to come together and work together, and everybody right here, nobody's trying.
Somebody's gonna say a thing or trying to be slight.
And that's big for me because they all probably agree. I definitely am in a space where I'm too grown to be in situations that's not gonna feed me. You know what I mean? And being coaching a step team, it feeds me. It's therapy for me. I used to hate. Anybody in my life can tell you I hate getting up in the morning. I mean, oh my Lord, I hate getting up in the morning. I'm a morning person, never have been. But when it comes time to on Saturday night, I come to step practice. I'm up. I'm ready. I got the energy. I'm excited. My daughter see that in me. She excited. You know, my husband, he get excited for me. You know, because it's something that it's therapy for me. So so it makes a big difference having them. That's what allows me to balance things because I have the support. I don't want to make it seem like I'm just doing all this great work and just being able to wear all these hats and it's just happening just because of me, because that's not my truth. You know, if it wasn't for them, they may not. And I don't think I ever said this to them. If it wasn't for having a lot of coaches and being able to dedicate resources and say, hey, this is what we're gonna do. Everybody got a different task. I think if it wasn't for that, I'd be struggling. I'd be struggling because I am a full-time mom and I work full-time just like Oceanna. So I think for me, it's having the coaches, having the team.
It seems like you even expressing that it's a little bit therapy for y'all. It just sounds like, you know, in order to balance these roles, you got to be dedicated. You know what I mean? And you got to have some type of support so that you can lean on, you know, that you can always depend on, to be there for you. That's with anything that you want to be successful in. You know what I mean? So for anybody that's looking to join the step team, and that's want to create one, maybe they want to compete with y'all around the city or just anywhere else, you know, because we're going to put this everywhere. What advice would you give to that person that want to start their own organization, or to that young woman or the young child that want to, you know, join the step team?
It all depends. Like, make sure you got your team ready. Make sure you have the right people that you know is going to be supportive, that's going to be in the same headspace you in, got the same plan, same goals that you have. And just make sure that whatever you start, that you finish. Because you can't start something and then, like, I wouldn't dare start my team and then cut these kids off and then that ain't even my plan. My plan is way bigger than this. So once you start it, just keep the plan, keep it in motion, keep it going.
What about you,
I'm sorry, I drew a blank. Tell me the question again.
How you gonna just what piece of advice would you give to someone that want to start their own organization, and then even to that child that want to join the team?
Biggest thing, like she's saying, is dedication. Make sure you're dedicated to if you're trying to create something, you got to be dedicated to it. Don't just jump out. Do your research. Get as much information about whatever thing you're trying to get into. Get as much information as you can about it. Ask questions. Reach out for guidance. If there are other people in the area who are already doing it, reach out. Figure out how they got started, what they did. We just got lucky that Miss Boyd, you know, this isn't new to her. We got lucky as far as that goes. This isn't new for her. So, you know, she kind of guided us on which route to take. But yeah, if you feel like you don't have that kind of, you know, support behind you starting out, then you're going to have to reach out, be open to talking to new people, to kind of figure out what you need. And as far as, you know, anybody interested in joining the step team, as long as you come in with some kind of dedication, some commitment, ready to work hard because you're going to work. And I just want to say this, when we start back next semester, it's going to be a lot of work. Everything is going to be very difficult. Routines are going to be difficult. So everybody's going to see a very nice routine in the parade, but when we come back for January for open enrollment, It's going.
That's-
We come.
We
that's
come-
when
we
it's
coming to
gonna
work.
happen. That's when we coming. We ain't coming.
We coming to
late.
work.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we getting ready to end out the episode. I got 2 more questions for y'all. And but this is one of the biggest questions that I always ask on my show, the podcast. What's one thing that y'all love about being from the South, and one thing that y'all would change? It can go to both of y'all. Or just one. Whoever want to answer, y'all both can answer. What's one thing you love and what you would change?
One thing I would change is the unity.
Okay. Okay.
Just the situation we experience today. It's just got to stop.
Yeah.
Unity. We all one person. We all put our pants on the same way every morning.
Every day.
So
Yeah,
it's unity, man.
Yeah.
Unity. One thing I love. I love the cooking job.
Okay.
That's I mean,
You can't be mad about that stuff.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get no good nothing if you don't come to the South.
You're right about that. You're right about that. What about you, Miss Turner? What you love, and then one thing you would change?
I was definitely gonna say the food as far as what I love.
Okay.
I mean, I look like what I eat. I love eating. I love food. It's very important. It has to be right. So food down south is and I've been up north. It's unmatched. Food down south for me. So food is what I love. One thing I would change. Probably, I'm gonna have to agree on Sheena when she says unity, but I think that comes from disconnect.
Okay.
I think in the South, people are a lot more disconnected from reality. You know what I mean? Of what's really going on in the world, things that really matter. So I think if we could really change that disconnect that we have from what's going on in the world, what's actually reality. I think that'll bring in unity. I think people are still thinking back in 1800. I mean, back in, way back when, like the experience we had today. And I think that comes from a lack of education, a lack of being exposed to things. And that's because we're in the South, and we always say it, we're always 10 steps behind. And I used to always believe that, but now with my husband being from Boston, we go back and forth, and I see it. We're about 10 steps behind down here, with things. So yeah, just if we can get connected, I think it'll make a big difference.
Okay. Like connection and unity. Y'all love the food.
Oh yeah.
So y'all been practicing hard. I'm gonna let y'all get back to it. I want to say I appreciate y'all just allowing me and my wife, my team, just coming down here and just giving you guys the opportunity to share y'all journey, share what y'all doing down here, man, and give y'all a platform as well. But we know y'all been practicing for the Christmas parade right here in Greenwood. It's gonna be on December the 2nd, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got any other upcoming performances or events that we can that people can be looking forward to, that y'all want to promote or speak about, and how can people connect with y'all?
Okay. Let me talk about the fundraiser. We are having a fundraiser at Applebee's on Tuesday. Purchase of select items will go to us. So, we want to call everybody out to come on out. Going to get you something to eat at Applebee's on Tuesday. And that'll help us. Some of that'll be donated to us. So that's one thing we got going.
Of course, we have fundraisers set up that we're going to be doing. Just more than that, we have some competitions lined up that we're thinking about. Just at least taking our kids to at least one, so that, because some of our kids have never
Even
competed.
Right.
They don't even know what that looks like. So we do plan on taking them to one, and then once we get our competition squad started at the first of the year, then it's going to be full speed ahead. So y'all can find us on Facebook, Instagram,
and it's both Black Diamond Step Team, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
And
it's
TikTok.
Black Diamond Step Team.
Okay. Black Diamond Step Team. TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. No symbols, no underscore, nothing like that. Just strictly Black Diamond.
At Black Diamond Step Team.
Okay. We're going to look forward to it, man. All right, so y'all, this has been another episode. This is episode 35, I believe, of Urban Topic. I mean, maybe lose count. But thank you guys so much for just letting us come down here again, man, and just, spending some time with y'all, man. And I think we're going to donate something to y'all fundraisers as well before we leave. So listen, man.
Huge.
Hey, this is your boy, Book Urban. This is Miss Oceanna Boyd. Miss Brittany Turner, the heads of the Black Diamond Step Team here in Greenwood, South Carolina. Get out here and support your people, man. And we out.